Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Oh, the divine persuasiveness, the speech of everlasting tenderness, the voice that is God's heart, in music running over, informing all the barren wastes of night, transforming all its darkness into day. Worlds hear it, and they clothe themselves in flowers. Suns hear it and grow opulent with worlds. Heaven hears it, and each angel leaps to song. And every heart melts in its kindred heart, and all the universe melts into God. Please continue watching to find out more.
Ciao a tutti. Ciao a tutti means hi everyone in Italian. I'm Vicente. The open-minded people of Sardinia wish you the peak of health and uplifting spiritual progress. May God bless you and your loved ones. The Spirited Periodical, the world's advanced thought, was founded by Lucy A. Mallory in 1886. Lucy served as both publisher and editor of the paper and wrote for it as well. Through these uplifting periodicals, Lucy Mallory advocated vegetarianism, the loving-kindness way of living, the truth and the light, advanced spiritual ideas, spiritualism and also equal rights for women and national minorities, civil liberties and initiatives, and diverse humanistic ideas, including a single monetary system and a single language for all of humanity. Lucy Mallory was a woman way ahead of her time, and she was very well known in the field of metaphysics, creative visualization, and positive thinking. She was an eminent philosopher, humanitarian, feminist, animal lover, and animal rights activist, and a vegetarian advocate of the century. She once said, "Vegetarianism is becoming worldwide. We are not speaking of forced vegetarianism. That doesn't count. We are speaking of vegetarians who have adopted the humane diet because of a sense of justice to animals." We now share with you selections from the periodical The World's Advanced Thought. The Voice of God. Oh, that voice! No man is mightier in his hate than God in love, stronger in falsity than God in truth. Oh, the divine persuasiveness, the speech of everlasting tenderness, the voice that is God's heart in music running over, informing all the barren wastes of night, transforming all its darkness into day. Worlds hear it, and they clothe themselves in flowers. Suns hear it, and grow opulent with worlds. Heaven hears it, and each angel leaps to song, and every heart melts in its kindred heart, and all the universe melts into God, reposing in its bosom like a bride. No man, no spirit can resist that voice, renewing and restoring. Yea, though evil had made its base all nature, and its spheres of discord like the pebbled beach around the ocean of immensity, still that harmony, that voice divine in mild persuasive speech, like rain upon the desert, would transform Hades into paradise, and every sphere make full of love, and all is harmony. Through darkness to light, the ultimate of all things is to the light. From formlessness, darkness, to form, spirit of diffuse light, from form to essence, celestial light. Darkness disintegrates, light creates darkness, and light is the receptive, the negative, and the giving, the positive elements of one power. The law of gravity, or the law of electromagnetism, the same thing, governs both darkness and light on the material plane. but acts oppositely in darkness from what it does in light. In light, the magnetic elements hold the atoms together, while the electroenergy creates growth. In darkness, the magnetic elements pull apart the structure, while the electrical energy destroys or dissolves the creation. The magnetoelectric energies of darkness draw downwards. The magnetoelectric energy of light draws upwards. Growth is the result of an equilibrium between opposite actions of light and darkness. Destroy the equilibrium by the domination of the magnetoelectric elements of darkness, and to the degree it dominates, we have sickness and death. Let light dominate to the highest degree, and we have immortality. Light makes all things visible and comprehensible, in all states of existence. The light of day, the light of intelligence, and the light of love are the outer, the inner, and the innermost of the one all-knowing essence. Darkness hides and makes incomprehensible. Celestial light possesses all consciousness. It is the universal language, light hearing, seeing, etc. Darkness is the infinite no-thing, out of which light creates all things. The infinite light forever redeems the infinite darkness by planting seeds of its own essence in it. All forms of matter are redeemed darkness, and everything is beautiful according to the degree of its redemption. Redemption is complete when the light germ has completely transformed the darkness into its own essence. What it means to be a vegetarian. If as a vegetarian you eat all other things in sight except flesh, you are far from being a vegetarian. If you still wear furs and feathers with no qualms of conscience, you are not a vegetarian. If you do not extend the warm hand of fellowship to all mankind, thinking evil of none, showing charity to all, you are not a vegetarian. If you cannot deny yourself whatever your traditionally perverted appetite calls for, you are not a vegetarian. If you have not risen on the highest of inspired thinking and clean desire to benefit others, with no thoughts of selfish gain, you are not a vegetarian. Thousands imagine that because they have tabooed the eating of their little brothers, they are entitled to be termed vegetarians, while vegetarian comes from the old Latin root vegetus, meaning vigorous, healthful, vital. It means much more. With a body built of clean, humane food, refining processes take place which entirely regenerate and place one on a plane of ethical and spiritual eminence which vibrates an atmosphere of the essence of all that is righteous and holy. Such a state is worth striving for. It will not come instantaneously. It will be years developing, showing all the while greater unfoldment, actuating toward a life which will be potent with good and practical deeds. If you can disregard all habits, break loose from tradition and accept all new and valuable thought, selecting from the chaff only that which you can use for good, if you can eliminate prejudice from your heart, envy, selfish desires, extending sympathy to all, then you are nearly approaching what real vegetarian living will accomplish for those who seek its innermost value. If you can look into the face of an outcast from society and see therein the human heart, misdirected, maltreated, driven by tragic condition onto the terrible depths to which the creature has fallen, see the gleaming forth that latent flame of purity and higher desire, that you are what real vegetarian living makes one. If you can see beyond the present moment and know that all this evil, this sorrow, this woe and misery of the human race are but stepping stones toward a higher development and wish to aid in this good work, then you have not lived in vain and striven for a cleaner and more humane life for yourself. Graceful viewers, thank you for your company for today's selections from the world's advanced thought, a periodical by Lucy A. Mallory, vegetarian, part 1 of 2 on words of wisdom. Please join us again tomorrow for part 2 of this program. Coming up next is Celebrating Cinema, the 72nd Cannes Film Festival. Part 3 of 5, right after noteworthy news here on Supreme Master Television. May your pure hearts bring joy and harmony to you and your loved ones always.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/WOW.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/WOW.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/WOW.
Rancangan kami menawarkan banyak bahasa. Sila kunjungi suprememastertv.com/kehadapan schedule dan suprememastertv.com/kehadapan WOW.